Alright, hello and welcome back to Let's Play yet another no-name MAME game. Today's no-name MAME game is, of course, Gangbusters by Konami. This looks and sounds like a cool game, so let's check it out in detail.
Yes, sir.
I mean, hey, it starts out with rockin' music already. And we've got a cutscene. That's right, a cutscene in an arcade game. So the first button is shooting, and the second button, third button, fourth button. Alright, just shooting. This looks like a game for auto fire. Oh. NVMs. Ah, come on, auto fire. Good enough. But we gotta use the middle auto fire. What is he doing there? Alright, you've outsmarted me, arcade game. No auto fire at all. Is he throwing little hawks of ham? Cripes. Oh, come on. Hey, you brought that on yourself. By, like, being dumb and using the ham hawks as a weapon. Oh. You get a power-up by having a guy just follow you. Sure, I'll believe that. Anyway, the art style seems very reminiscent of... No, the Bonanza Bros on Sega Genesis, and I'm assuming there was an arcade core. Alright, we'll turn back slow auto fire on. So yeah, some games are a little bit too smart where, you're only allowed a certain amount of bullets on screen at a time. So if you've got really fast auto fire, then it just doesn't work. Come on, I got you now. Whoa! And he's got a rocket launcher. This is great. This game is ridiculous. I mean, it's one thing to be fighting crime as a cop, sure. It's another thing to be shooting everyone you meet, but it's a completely different third thing altogether. To just pull out a rocket launcher and just start blowing up everyone. You know, for justice. Oh, hey, little puzzle there. I'm assuming we can use it like an awesome weapon. Yeah, too risky. Still, this is an interesting, action-packed, exciting game. And it has nuclear barrels, too. This is getting better and better. Although it's actually pretty hard. Come on, continue? Yeah! Some of these games don't have a continue ability. I'm looking at you, Outzone. Or maybe it does. I just... always felt like it's the kind of game that you should only play on one credit. This, though, this is all about fun, bright music, sounds, visual nice, sharp graphics. This is basically a have-fun game. Although, whoa. I mean, you got, like, the big fat guys, and they're pretty scary looking, but they're not gonna shoot? What the heck? The next area, as he passes through an arc. Help, where? Ah. Where's RoboCop when you need him? Oh, that's a nice touch. When you die, then then your little convict guys try to escape. I always love it when arcade makers put like small little touches like that. And sometimes I forget I have auto fire going. Look at that guy, he's trying to sneakily sneak away. Well. Although it's kind of funny how there were like the two different kinds of crooks. There were like the actually competent ones, and the ones that are just kind of cowering under fire and just running away. Oh, and in a nice twist, bullets hurt you, but not your prey. Which, I mean, that's good, I guess? Sentry turrets. The bane of all video gamers' existence. Oh, is it the bad guys saying help when you pick them up? There's a lot going on. Although it does have the nice convenient, like, oh, you can only have a train of 4 or so guys. 3 guys. Oh. I was wondering if there was like an extra power-up system, or a bonus system like in Flicky, where if you pull back like all the chicks, like there are 10 or so chicks in the level, and if you bring them back all at once, then you start getting massive bonuses, and that's the key to high scores in Flicky. But this game evidently does not take after Flicky. I mean, personally, I can't see the resemblance. I mean, personally, I can see the resemblance. Help. Yeah. Gosh. Oh, whoa, there's like little octopi. Just kind of an octopus just flying around. Oh, you can get them. They're like power. Oh. Is it me or did the octopus make me faster? I don't know. I feel like the octopus was a power-up, even though it probably was not. Man, I just kind of love these wacky games where it's like there's just so much going on that it's like I don't even get to talk about arcade games in general. I just have to talk about like what's happening next and keep saying stuff. Because stuff just keeps happening. You have cleaned up the second area as he kind of walks by and lets the 3 crooks he just captured go free. Yeah, you've cleaned it up a little, I guess. Although, don't ponder the legality of what this guy's doing. Vigilantism is bad, kids. Jeez, those barrels... That is the most complicated barrel gymnastics I've seen in a while. Because they come out in one, and then they pop out, and then they pull out. Man, those are some pretty impressive barrels. Donkey Kong wishes it had barrels like this. Actually, it probably doesn't, because that game was hard enough without the crazy barrel gymnastics, but who knows? It's one of those games where you don't, like, kill the main bad guy, he just, like, flies away, I guess. Oh man, and now we're on a raft. This just kind of reminds me of Turok Rage Wars for the Game Boy Color, where there was, like, that one level where you were on a raft, and... Well, okay, in that game, the raft was like auto-controlled, so it was a little different, but, and then, so the raft's auto-controlled, and so, like, the enemies are still just taking pot shots, but you're kind of at their, mercy. This one, oh, come on! Did you see that the robber just pulls out a Tommy gun and starts shooting me? It's almost like he's not grateful I'm taking him in or something. Alright, now that's just blatantly unfair. You've got 2 sentry guns just in your wake, blocking your path. That's not really fair. He's just kind of like facing me the entire time. He's like, does he see me? Does he see me? It's like, of course I see you. I just can't kill you. And we've got guys just hiding in the water that only pop up every now and then you can shoot them. It's basically the Zorons from Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Perhaps even Link to the Past. I played more of Link's Awakening than Link to the Past. Not necessarily a good decision, but hey, when you're a kid with just a Game Boy, what do you have to choose from? I've never understood that game. It always freaked me out how you had to like actually go into the dangerous area to get to the sword. It just seemed very counterintuitive. And we're gracefully making our way through this game. Just making it one little bit at a time. I don't know. Kind of reminds me of like back in the days when you like first discover MAME, and so you like instantly fire up some of your favorite beat-em-ups, like perhaps the Simpsons beat-em-up. That's a very good recommendation. You've also got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. It's another one you'd see in arcades every now and then. And if you were, I don't know, the crazier sort, you'd probably load up the X-Men, you know, the one that had like the 6 players simultaneous. Of course, this is your first time in MAME, you don't know what the heck you're doing, so you're probably playing just by yourself. If your first time with MAME, you're hosting like 6-player games of the X-Men beat-em-up thing. That's pretty impressive. You're a pretty impressive guy. But, yeah. So you, like, fire up your favorite beat-em-up and you just play through, just feeding in credits, and you're like, this is actually pretty easy. Because, yeah, back in the day, like, one of the hardest parts about the video games was like working enough to get enough quarters. Or scamming them from your parents, as the case may be. In an interesting version, they're shooting harpoons at us, and then they're shooting fish at us. Oh, and you can shoot the fish, frying them instantly. And I mean, that sounds pretty wacky, but realize the guy's gun is taking out every enemy in one hit, so... I don't know. I'm willing to believe we can fry a fish. I was about to complain that we didn't seem to be making any progress, but... the hordes seem to be getting harder and harder and harder, so... what the heck, the game's getting like a little repetitive, but at the same time... it's just ridiculous, so... I can't seem to summon the will to stop playing. The music has not stopped being catchy, though. Pretty nice stuff. The end? What is this bull cow? You just cut me off, game. Just when I decided I was gonna put up with you. Star as a face. And you've got the classic duo of the tall guy and the short guy. I'd say the archetypical set of foils. Huh. Book him! Book him! Oh man. This game. You've been watching it, it's just fun. Help! I don't like it, it just kicked me out. It was like, hey, you've been dying enough, come on, although those are some pretty heavily armored police cars. If you had police cars like that the entire time, why didn't you just send those out to patrol? It's like a war zone out there. Although I'm strongly beginning to suspect that that place where it kind of kicked me out, that was like the final level or something. I remember in like Aero Fighters 2 or 3, like, for the most part of the game, you can just credit spam, and it's just like a nice, easy, happy experience. But then you get to the final level, and then each time you like restart, they actually put you back at the beginning of the level. So then you finally have to use skill if you want to actually beat the game. Oh, now we can see what happens after we die. Is it weird does that boomerang kind of look like a gun? He's just like throwing a pistol like a boomerang. It's doable. Or maybe if you get run over by the train cars, the game gets so offended it just kicks you out. It's like, look man, you're not even trying, just get out. Help! It's always a little bit disappointing when you're watching the demo and the computer isn't like a total badass at the game, but they're better than you. And it's like, huh, I could have been that guy. Well, that was gangbusters, and aside from awkwardly kicking me out, otherwise it was a pretty cool game. Heck yeah. On that note, this cat's got a scat.